baby.
Bon dia, it's Lady Flo. In the previous video clip, we hear someone who is sitting with Dee. I believe it was the grandma, and it sounds like an elderly lady's voice, and you can hear them say, Gypsy. Secondly, you hear Dee trying to get Gypsy's attention and saying, baby, over here. So someone was with Dee when they were sitting together, and it was them who wanted Gypsy to look their way and or try to participate. And you can tell that they're trying to get Gypsy to participate, whereas Dee is just happy to sit there and, observe. Dee does not seem irritable or bothered or the slightest annoyed that her daughter is not participating. She seems totally fine just to let Gypsy do what Gypsy wants. But you can tell the person she's with is like, Gypsy, trying to get their attention to participate. And any of you who have, children who have them in dance classes, or anyone who teaches dance, anyone who's ever observed a dance class, or maybe you grew up in dance, you do get these parents on the sideline that if their child's not participating, they'll, call their name out and be like, let's say it's Bobby's name, Bobby, participate, Bobby, come on, Bobby, So that seems to be the attitude of the person sitting with Dee. And Dee's more of that parent that's just like, well, I don't really care about my children achieving anything. I just want them to just enjoy life. That seems to be Dee's attitude of like, if she doesn't want to do it, it's okay. And that's fine, like to each their own. Gypsy, though, this behavior is pretty eye-opening. This one video clip is very eye-opening. And many of you in the comment section had some really good perspectives. So let's go ahead and talk about them here. I'm just going to put the comments on the screen. We're going to read them and then just kind of talk about them for a quick moment. We have a comment here by Here Today 788. Funny, Here Today is always there when we need them. Always right on time. You are hitting on the topics that have interested me about JRB's childhood and her relational dynamics. Gypsy needed to be the center of attention. She really suffered in a class with others because she didn't feel special. By being in a wheelchair, it made her special with attention and accommodations. She was only ready to give the wheelchair up when she realized her mature body could get her attention from men, and the wheelchair was likely an obstacle from that new source of attention she found. Let me know in the comments if you agree with Here Today. I definitely feel this is pretty spot on. We listen to Mia in previous documentaries, and Mia shares on video with a camera crew even, that when she was a child, she recalls Gypsy coming over to play, and Gypsy would be dressed to the nines, not only wearing a costume, but wearing a wig. And this was at the age of 8, 9, 10. I don't know their exact age difference, but Mia was a child and Gypsy was a child. And Gypsy would be dressed with the crown even. So a wig, a crown, a gown, the shoes, the scepter. And she would come over like that to play. So then the children would be discussing what games they're going to play. Maybe they wanted to swing, make mud pies, play, paper, rock, scissors, launder bridges falling down, or even like guessing games, charades. Any kind of game that they were wanting to play, Gypsy said no. She wanted to play the queendomship. So the first couple times the kids would give in. Like they'd be like, okay, we'll play that first, then we'll play other stuff. So they play the queendomship where Gypsy was the queen. Then they'd be like, okay, we're going to do something else now. And Gypsy would refuse to play anything else. And the other kids thought it was really weird. If Gypsy played the queendomship, the other kids would do that first and then say, let's do this now. And Gypsy would refuse to participate. So all these kids would be playing paper, rock, scissors. And she would be sitting there fuming, refusing to participate because they were not doing what she wanted to do, which was the queendomship game. Sadly, she looks really cute right here. Her mom went all out, getting her the cheerleading costume, the bow in her hair. She's got those really pretty socks on with the little ribbons. and those cute little shoes. I mean, I'd have to say that Gypsy's outfit looks a lot cuter than everyone else in the class. Like, her mom really did put a lot of attention and effort, and her being the absolute cutest little princess and having this opportunity of developing her muscles and having a dance activity which would help her with that development and her motor skills and really help her gain friends and have like a social life. Now, moving toward another comment in the comment section. This is by Brenda Redmond 4678. We read, "There is another clip of Gypsy that I find interesting. It looks like they are at a relative's house. She looks around 4 to 5 years old. The camera is on her. Someone says something to her and she drops to the ground, just like in the dance class video. She is being defiant, showing she has a temper at a very young age. She seems to be doing that sack of potatoes thing, like, give me what I want or I'm going to collapse right here and I'm not going to budge until you either give me what I want or carry me. I wonder how long she did this. Did she do it until Dee Dee could no longer lift or carry her?" Brenda, I gotta say, you might be onto something. Throughout my life, I nannied and I watched many children. Some of them had some behavioral issues. And on 1 or 2 occasions, I did care for children that would drop to the ground when they were losing their temper. And, for me, I did exactly what the dance teacher is doing. I just said, okay, well, I'm going to continue on with what I'm doing. And if you want to sit there, that's your decision. I'm sure that's what the teacher did in the dance class was like, okay, if you want to sit there, that's your decision. I'm not going to stop the class because you want to play something different or that you want to do something different. And that kind of makes sense when we have dance classes. Typically, teachers will try to reach out to a child who's not participating, but if the child is doing it out of spite or temper, then a different approach is taken. The sack of potatoes idea, yes, you're right. This other video of her when she was younger, her mom is taking a photo or a video of her, and, it's Dee on the camera, and Dee says, "Gypsy, smile." And rather than Gypsy smiling or saying hello to the camera, like, "Oh, hi, it's me, Gypsy," or saying words or waving or blowing a kiss, anything like that, she decides to fake a fall and drop to the floor. Maybe in the past, when she would do this, it would give like a reaction of people rushing to her to help her. If she had done this in public somewhere, around a lot of people or at school or at the dance class, I'm sure people would have been like, "Oh my gosh, are you okay?" and would have tried helping her up. But Dee knows that this is her just being Gypsy. And what's so kind of admirable, in my opinion, about Dee is when Gypsy did this on the camera, Dee was totally a non-reactive. She was very calm and she just realized it's Gypsy being Gypsy. And it seems like Dee's just happy to let Gyp do whatever she wanted to do, like laying in the dance class, falling on the video instead of smiling at the camera. And she just knows she has a unique kid and she's okay with it. And we have children vary. All children are different. But we kind of see this underlying tone with Gypsy of if you're not playing what I want to play, I'm going to lay on the ground, or I'm going to sit here and just stare at you. I'm not going to give in to you. You're going to give in to me. And so then as she evolves into an adult, we do see that behavior happening now. She is in control of everything around her, even with Christy. And we see that with Christy, where Christy is taking Gypsy's shoes off as an adult. Now, Brenda, this sack of potatoes idea, I do kind of agree with you here. I have seen it happen with children who are being defiant, who are very rebellious, and who do not like not being in control. And Gypsy does like in control. This is her motivator. This is why she does what she does and what she wants in life. It's control. It's not connection. Most people are driven by connection, but Gypsy is driven by control. Connection is not important to her. And you can see this with her fans. When she gets on a live, she's not trying to connect with her fan audience in a way where there's like a memorable connection. It's self-serving. It's let me tell you about myself and also tell you things that I know people are saying about me, kind of like damage control. And, let me say things that will make you give me extra sympathy or me extra money. But she's not trying to engage with her fans. She's not asking them what they like to listen to, what they like to do on the weekend. She doesn't ever put in the comments like, tell me one thing that you'd like to see me do on this channel. It's very like control versus connection. Now, if you're a gal and you want control over your classroom, and you're not looking for connection, you're not looking to make friends or participate or socialize or have fun, you're going to lay down. You're going to sit down. Then you become a teenager. Are you going to blend in and wear what everyone else is wearing? Heck no. You're going to wear an outfit that is so different and so bizarre from everyone else that you stick out like a sore thumb so people look at you. If you want control versus connection, that's the best choice. Are you going to wear shoes like everyone else? Nope. You're going to wear slippers. And we see this with Gypsy where she's wearing the pajama pants, the slippers, big slippers that are colorful and very distracting. Stuffed animals, big stuffed animals in her lap. The glasses were thick, yes, but it's the size of those glasses on her face. They're way bigger than her face even. They go into her forehead and past her eye area. Her hats were oversized, large. They had the horns. Her entire outfit is meant to stick out so that when she is in public and you see Gypsy Rose rolling on by, you're going to remember it. You're going to remember. Trust me. This was not an outfit that anyone else would wear. Even other special ed children or other children with disabilities, like Nicholas Godejohn, even they wore shoes. People in wheelchairs, although they're in a wheelchair, they still wear normal things. But Gypsy specifically never wore shoes. Guys, when she was in a wheelchair, why was she never wearing shoes? At best, she would wear slippers. But usually it was oversized, colorful socks. Is this so that when her mom's out and about with her, she has no choice but to be in the wheelchair? Oh, I didn't bring my shoes, Mom. I have to be in the wheelchair. I can't walk. I don't have shoes, Mom. Like, what is this refusal of wearing shoes? And then we see these white sneakers. When she finally does begin to wear shoes, there are these big, oversized white sneakers that she wears the day of the crime. Well, when she starts posting videos out of prison and she starts dating Ken, she starts wearing those white tennis shoes again. She wore them all summer. She wore those white tennis shoes all summer last year. Didn't her crime happen in summer? A cruel summer? Like the Taylor Swift album and the shirt that she wore and posted about? Yes, it was a very cruel summer for Claudine Blanchard on June 9th to 10th, 2015. It was a cruel summer for Nicholas Godejohn as well. A cruel summer the following year in 2016 when Stephanie Goldamer, Nick's mother, passed away. And all the while, we are finally realizing that Gypsy Rose has always been about control and not about connection. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your comments. And we'll see you later, beauties. Ciao.